So we're going to take some time to express some things this segment and call out the light. We're going to begin with one of my favorite childhood songs by the Clark sisters, "Pray for the USA." So we're going to share a little bit of that and go forth. I take a moment out of the middle of my day right here. I'm on my lunch break. I'm on my lunch break. In fact, I'm really remote today and just kind of stop by to do this as we take care of some other scenarios. I desire to be in a place where I could honor this time for myself and on behalf and with everyone. So pray for the USA.
Suicide rate going up, homicide cases piling up, rape and killing, even with innocent little children. To those that can really see, know that this shouldn't be. 'Cause what America needs is more love and peace. She can be free if she goes back down to her knees. Oh, pray for the USA. For the USA, pray for the USA, pray for the USA. They took prayer out of the schools. Now we have knives and guns, building nuclear weapons every day by the tons. Drugs have become a way of life to man. Sickness and disease spread all over the land. To those that can clearly see, this is our hope and dream, that what America needs is more love and peace. She can be free if she goes back down to her knees. Oh, pray for the USA. Pray for the
I love the sentiments of that song, encouraging us to pray, to lift it up to the light, to lift it up to the light, to lift it up in hope, to lift our country, our nation up, our leaders up, our community leaders up. I'm sharing with you now from the Life Changing Prayers book, Building Kingdom Consciousness. One of the things that we have been practicing in our consciousness is that prayer does not change things. Prayer changes people, and the people change the things. So we're praying for people so that our consciousness will be lifted. In fact, I've got a couple of prayers that I've picked out to share with you. Some of them may be repeated throughout the day in the production here, and that's all right. We can't get enough of. We're not going to out pray ourselves, so it's all right. The expansion prayer, because prayer doesn't change the thing, prayer changes people. So this is a part of understanding that I'm the one that's being changed in this time of prayer. Hopefully you are too. The expansion prayer says, I am the everlasting energy expressing through the events of my life, calling for soulful experiences. I'm calling for some of this chaos, that I might be educated. My life, prayers changing me, not the thing. My life enriched. And the consciousness of the universe, the consciousness of this nation, the consciousness of those around me may be expanded through my sharing. I am the one. You are the one. We are the ones that prayer shifts. And as prayer shifts us, lifts our consciousness, we get a chance to shift the things all around us. I'm going to play another song. I've played this all throughout the month of April because it simply lifts. It simply exalts the spirit of absolute good. So sharing this with me, and we'll offer a prayer again right after.
The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty. Let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide. It trembles at his voice, trembles at his voice. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. Will you lift your voice and join me? Say, how great is our God? Sing with me. How great is our God? Oh, we'll see how great is our God. He's the name above all names, and he's worthy of all praise. My heart
I share with you this fulfillment prayer as we offer those words, how great is our God. We allow ourselves to experience the presence of God. Anything you exalt, you're going to feel the presence of. And that's why we choose to exalt absolute good. We choose to exalt that everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. We choose to exalt light. We choose to exalt goodness. We choose to exalt hope, love, peace over every situation, because what you exalt, what you feed is what's going to live. What you feed is what's going to live. And so we feed and we exalt the energy of the spirit of absolute good. And as we do so, again, that version of prayer, that aspect of prayer, worship as a part of our prayer, it's not changing the thing. It's not changing the country. It's not changing the school. It's not changing the protests in and of itself. It's not changing, uh, 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 you know, uh, uh, um, the situations. It is changing us as the people. We're in control of the situations. This fulfillment prayer says, in the presence of God, that's what happens as we begin to sing, as we begin to sing together and we begin to exalt the energy, the essence of God together. It allows us to really to create that feeling that, some things are present but you don't feel it. And so the spirit of God is always present but we don't always feel it. And so worshiping allows us to come into contact or come into alignment with the feeling and the expression, the presence of God. In the presence of God, there is only fullness. There is no emptiness in God's presence. I know sometimes it feels like the world is empty. It feels like the earth is empty. It feels like the nation is empty. It feels like the stuff in your family is empty. There is no emptiness in God's presence. There is no lack in God. There is no lack of peace. There's no lack of hope. There's no lack. There's no lack. There's no lack. There is no lack of God's presence. There is no lack in God's presence. There are no voids in God's presence. So the seeming lack of goodness that we feel we are experiencing, it exists, but it's up to us to lean into, to align ourselves with the manifested presence of God, that we might experience more of God that already is. So there is no lack in God's presence. There are no voids in God's presence. There are no vacancies in God's presence. In the presence of God, I am filled full. In the presence of God, I am full filled. It is through this feeling that I go out into the earth to change things. It is in this fullness that you go out in your communities to change things. It is in this fullness that you go into your families to change things. It is in this fullness that you go into your workplaces to change things. Prayer doesn't change the things, prayer changes you and me, and we must change the things. And so, even as we've sat with that song and those lyrics, how great is our God, and the declaration that I'm going to lift praise, I'm going to praise you, I'm going to exalt. I am going to exalt what is righteous and what is true. That changes me and it allows me to change the things. That's why I'm not afraid to say, in the midst of what it looks like, I'm still expecting great things. In the midst of what it feels like, I'm still expecting great things, because I'm steadily lifting my consciousness so that I can be the change. As Gandhi says, I can be the change that I'm desiring to see. I'm it. I'm it. I'm sharing I'm accepting my responsibility. That's what this prayer is for me. Reminding me that the prayer doesn't change the thing, the prayer shifts me. And when I lean into this, that in the presence of God, I am filled full. In the presence of God, I am fulfilled. That is the feeling, that is the fullness that I get a chance to show up with and change things. The earth is groaning and waiting on you. It's waiting on me. We're the change. We're called to shift things. That is why I can stand flat footed and say that I'm expecting great things. Here's another one of our favorites here at the midday moment, expecting great things. Can you say that with me? I'm expecting great things. I pray that that is your truth. It certainly is mine. I'm expecting great things, everybody. Here we go.
Can you shout it out one more time? I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. That's real simple right there. Can you help me declare it over your life? Say, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. In my life, you do great things. In my home, you do great things. expecting, singing it, expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. If you believe it, why don't you release a shout right there?
Oh, goodness, that's one of the midday moment favorites. And let me tell you what helps you to come into agreement with such expectation. Again, prayer doesn't change the thing. Prayer ain't changing this nation. Prayer is changing us, and we change the nation. Prayer is changing you. You change the nation. Prayer is changing me because it lifts our vibration as an individual, as a soul. It does that individually, does it corporately, and we get a chance to do it collectively. And as we follow and as we allow ourselves to rise together individually, corporately, and collectively, that collective consciousness then shifts everything. So the prayer is not shifting the thing, it's shifting us. God is doing great things through me. God is doing great things through you. As we've often said here at the midday moment, you're looking for world peace? We it. We it. Just take the verb out. We it. We are the peace that we are looking for. We are the hope. It is in us. God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all we could ask or think. It's according to the power that's in us. I share with you this prayer, a part of this prayer here. It's the way shore prayer. It is the way shore prayer because this way shore prayer again, it says that we are the change agents. We're expecting great things because of what God is doing in us, through us, and as us. So we're praying for hearts and minds and souls that as we shift the consciousness of this nation, we shift the consciousness of America, we shift the consciousness of other entities throughout the globe, throughout the earth. That's what we're doing. The Wayshore prayer. I am God's beloved offspring. I am made in the image of God. I am made in the likeness of God. Everything that Jesus Christ was, I am. That's why we call Jesus our way sure. I am a savior. I am an awareness. I show up as awareness. I am Christ. I show up in the awareness of Christ, in the awareness of Christ consciousness, in the awareness of anointings, giftings, callings. I show up with that awareness of power in the nature through the power and then the consciousness of Christ. I show up with a healing consciousness. I show up with a delivering consciousness. I show up with a giving consciousness. I show up with a forgiveness consciousness. I show up. I am the Lord because I'm learning to lord over this soul right here that I might show up to do great things. I am king. I am a part of God's royalty. I'm not what other people said I am. We all are, as the image of God. We are. We are a part of the priestly anointing. And I am little g God. That's John 10. Haven't I said that ye are gods? Everything that Jesus Christ said about himself, I can say about myself. This is why I'm expecting great things. This is why God is able to do exceeding abundantly. This is why God is doing great things in this nation and throughout the globe. Because I am the light of the world. I am the salt of the earth. I am